Okay. The Dominican African American is back with another video. Glad to be back at the park, Philadelphia, Baltimore Ave, where I get a lot of views. Look, today's video is going to be about the benefits that you're going to get from solo traveling. So if you're a bit hesitant, concerned, or afraid to go, stay to the end of this video. I promise you, you're no longer going to be afraid to travel alone. All right, and quite frankly, it might be better that you do. Okay. Before we begin, we're doing two Airbnb gift card giveaways. At 50 subscribers, Juan Carlos out of Texas won, but this time we're going to do it at 100 subscribers, and we're going to give two gift cards away. Okay, all you got to do to enter is comment on the video, any video, the old ones, the newer ones, this one, it don't matter. All you got to do to enter is comment, make a comment in the video. That's it. And at 100 subscribers, I'm going to select two random commenters. Okay. Also, the Dominican word of the week is caballada. It means to speak without thinking. Look, I do that a lot. All right, caballada. All right, ella solo está hablando caballada. She's talking nonsense. She's talking without thinking right now. Okay. And moving forward, I'm gonna start making Dominican words of the week. Okay, because at the end of the day, I am the Dominican African American. All right, so let's get straight to it. Now, I believe in the butterfly effect, okay? For me, traveling alone has completely threw a wrench in my current matrix for the better, okay? It has transformed my life completely. The biggest benefit that I got from traveling alone is personal discovery, okay? I learned about my preferences, what I like, what I dislike, what I truly value. One thing that I've realized that I love is palm trees. Okay, I need to be around palm trees. They don't only produce and they don't only produce oxygen for me, but they also produce positive energy for me, calmness, and a sense of presence, if you will, for me. And I realized that, and that's why I always travel to places that have palm trees. Another thing that I discovered within myself was I can live with less. Going to these countries, you see people are much happier and they have a lot less. So if they can do it, I can do it. And that in turn turned into me focusing more on my finances, like me trying to have a more minimalistic lifestyle. Like I don't need 100 pairs of sneakers. I don't need 100 different fragrances. I don't need 2, 3, 4, 5 TVs in every game. You know what I mean? It showed me that I can cut back a little bit, and that's going to in turn allow me to have more money. It also helped me with my abundance mindset of dating. I've always hated the whole "there's more fish in the sea" cliche, but it actually is more fish in the sea. So if you're having a hard time dating wherever you are, just know that that's one country. There's hundreds of countries out there with thousands, if not millions of people within that country, and all you need is one. Okay, so it's definitely going to help you out with your abundance mindset. And again, these are just a few, but if I would have had my friends and family and these places that I went alone, my experience and the benefits that I got from it would have been slightly skewed. So when you go alone, you don't got to worry about your experiences being skewed. It's going to be 100% organic. The next benefit that you'll get from traveling solo is flexibility. All right, you're going to be able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. It's 100% flexible. Here's an example. I like to rent cars when I travel. Okay, if I had 2 or 3 people with me, I would probably need a sedan, SUV or a mid-size sedan at that. You know what I mean? But when I'm alone, I can go for the subcompact. And if it's a subcompact, that means I'm gonna save more money because of it. Same with you. If you want to travel, you're gonna be able to have more money or if you want to rent a car, you'll be able to have more money by picking a smaller car because it's just you. You don't need a SUV or a truck or anything like that. All right. I'm a truck driver, so like I'm used to driving long hours, long distances, and for me, I feel as though I get a better experience when I drive for longer hours in these countries and further distances in these countries, and I don't have to worry about someone being annoyed or tired or burnt out from the driving. I can drive as long as I want, as far as I want, wherever I want, and you'll be able to do the same thing. Also, what I mean by flexibility is like when I went to Puerto Rico for the weekend, $200. I made $200 stretch when I was in Puerto Rico for the weekend. When I went to Santo Domingo for the first time, I made, like for dinner, I had bread, apples, and water. Now, to some, they'll think that that's ridiculous. Why are you going to Puerto Rico with $200, or why are you eating bread, apples, and water for dinner? But for me, I didn't have to hear those thoughts. I didn't have to worry about it. I did what I wanted to do. I ate what I wanted to eat, and I stretched my money as far as I wanted it to, and I still had a good time. All right, and you'll be able to do the same. Also, it's going to be a lot better meeting people when you're alone, because people can be a bit intimidating. Like, groups can be a bit intimidating. So if you're going to meet a young lady, you don't want to have 3 of your fellas with you. You want it to be a one-on-one experience. And same, if you're going to meet somebody, you don't want them to have a crowd of people. You probably just want it to be just them. All right, so you're going to have a more comfortable time meeting people. And quite frankly, you're going to feel safer when it's just, one-on-one. Another benefit that you're definitely going to get from traveling solo is improved decision-making skills. For me, I like to go with the flow, but when you're in a foreign country, you got to make decisions. Where are you going to eat? Where are you going to drive? How long are you going to be there? How much are you going to spend? It forces you to make decisions, all right, because you can't fuck up out there. And when you come back, it's going to help you with making your decisions and choices with your normal everyday life. I said in one of my other videos, one of the benefits is your personal growth. Like I said, how it changed my political views. It's going to change your political views. You know what I mean? It's going to change how you view your everyday life back home. For me, it changed my views on law enforcement, food, things of that nature. It's also going to make you analyze your life more and more detail. So like, you're going to, after your experience, after traveling solo, you're going to look inward and say, all right, what am I benefiting from? Like, and what am I not benefiting from? What's the positive in my life? What's the negative? What's benefiting me financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically? You're going to take a deeper look at, all right, this is what I need and this isn't what I need. All because of that solo travel. Another benefit that you're going to get is you're going to have an improved social skill. Like, your social skills are going to enhance. All right. Different people in different languages or different countries speak differently to one another. I'll give you an example. Like in the DR, this could mean talk to me. This means yes. You know what I mean? And I learned that. But also, what offends people? What doesn't offend people? What people can get away with? What people can't? You're gonna learn that, and your skill. You're gonna broaden. You're gonna broaden your skill of communication, and also it could encourage you to learn the language. Like for me, it made me want to learn Spanish. So, and I mean, I've always had an interest in Spanish, but I took it to the next level after I started traveling to these Spanish countries, and it's going to do the same for you. And like me going there with the Spanish that I had already learned was a game changer for me. It helped me out so much with directions, with needs, with basic survival needs, and it'll do the same for you. Budget control. This is a good one. When I was in Puerto Plata, I ordered appetizer with a drink. Whereas if I was with others, it would have been like, bro, what are we gonna do with just an appetizer and a drink? I didn't have to worry about someone telling me to eat more, or what is this, or you being cheap, or anything of that nature. Another thing you're not gonna have to worry about is somebody ordering a bunch of shit and then forgetting their tab and saying like, or forgetting their wallet. Like, yo, can you cover my tab? I forgot my wallet at the room or some shit. Like, you're not gonna have to worry about none of that, or going halves on an order and them not wanting to go fully halves. You don't gotta worry about none of that when you're alone. You get what you want, and if it's only gonna be a drink, then you're good. If it's gonna be a glass of water with your entree, your appetizer, cool. Another thing that it's going to do for you is force you to check your balances. It's going to make you keep a more frequent and a closer eye on your balances, because out there, the last thing you want to do is order something and not have the money for it. Before I started traveling, I hated looking at how much I had on my account because I didn't have much. Sometimes I'd be in the net negative. But when you're over there, it's forcing me to, all right, I got $10 left. All right, I got $30 left. I got $50 left. And it's going to do the same for you, which when you get back to your normal country, you'll have that habit of, all right, I got to stay on top of my finances. That's all it is. When you keep an eye on your balances and your money, just keep an eye on your money. See where it's at, what's coming out, what's going in. I think this is probably the second most important benefit that you're going to get from this, which is mindfulness. Now, I've talked about this in other videos. Like, traveling is therapeutic. Traveling alone is therapy on steroids, okay? It is going to be hard to focus on a failed relationship when you have hundreds, if not thousands, of potential lovers dying to meet you because of the country you're in. Not the country you're from, but the country that you're in, because things are just different. It's going to be hard to worry about your surgery and taxes when you got a big ass beautiful ocean just staring at you, begging you to come in. It's hard to focus on work when you're trying to ask for directions in another language. It's hard to frown when all you're doing is smiling. That's what I'm getting at, okay? Like, it is completely therapeutic. It is the best reset that you can give yourself. The next one, you're gonna have an increased level of independence, all right? Like, living alone, some of y'all that live alone, y'all know what it's like. It's not for the weak, okay? When you travel alone and you're able to navigate in a foreign country alone, you're gonna be able to live in your country alone. It's completely different. And when you're alone in another country, you're protecting yourself. You're monitoring yourself. You're caring for yourself. You're bonding with yourself. It is essentially dating yourself and falling in love with yourself, improving your relationship with yourself, trusting yourself. And that's what you're going to get when you travel alone. Last but not least, you're going to have unique memories. And what I mean by that, like when you skydive, for example, that is a unique memory for yourself. You can't take 5 of your best friends skydive. I mean, some of y'all can, but a lot of people ain't trying to skydive. And y'all can't necessarily skydive together. That's a unique memory for yourself. And traveling will do the same thing. Look, have you traveled alone? Let me know in the comment section. What were your benefits? Did you get any benefits? Did I miss something? And I mean, put that in the comment section, okay? Also, feel free to pick you up some traveling merch, all right? If you know anything about TeePublic, or can't see it. If you know anything about TeePublic, they have really good quality over there. You won't be disappointed. So that does it, all right? Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Hasta luego. Peace.